Tried 5 times. Real quick, so Debbie has invited me to come down to just kind of show you a little bit about this program, kind of how it works. We passed out this brochure, but just kind of give you guys a brief overview of how this works. This was actually really designed to become this system that anybody can actually use, because you don't have to actually use it. You don't have to log into anything. You don't have to create anything. Everything just happens. It's already being done for you. Now there are some things you can do and play around, really have some fun with it, and then you can log into it. But other than that, let's say an agent was to join Keller Williams. And I come to Debbie, I say, hey Debbie, yeah, I want to definitely join your office. And let's say Debbie doesn't even say, hey, we have this Circlepix program, we got all this great stuff going on. And so Debbie doesn't tell me anything. Debbie doesn't tell Circlepix that I just joined. I just go out and I just do business like I've always done. I go out and I put a listing on the MLS, the property sign out, and then all of a sudden, 24 hours later, 24 to 48 hours later, I get this email. And this email says everything's been created. Here's your video on YouTube. Here's your property virtual tour that's already been created. Here's your flyers. Here's all these links. So all that stuff's already been done. And I'm going, what is this thing? But on top of that, I get another email, and it's an account wizard. And so on that account wizard, all the stuff shows up except for my photo. And a couple little things like a bio, a little bit about me and stuff. So that kind of stuff doesn't show up. So there's an account wizard that takes me through 20 minutes to go through and set everything up with my social media, and it walks me through step by step to do that. If I don't do it, it's okay. It'll still all keep on happening. I'll still have things linking up with, the office's social media, with things going on YouTube, with things going on Facebook, Twitter, all these different areas to give me that exposure as an agent. Because guess what? People are going online all the time now to do their research for either selling a home or even buying a home. And people are doing so much research before they even call the agent that sometimes they even know the taxes that they're going to be paying on the property when you finally get the phone call and that they want to see the property. Is that right?
Yeah.
So we have to kind of follow their path of what they actually do as a customer. And so we want to give you as much exposure as possible on the internet. But if I'm 65 years old or 56 years old, which is an average agent's age, I have a big book of business, I'm busy as can be, I don't have time to spend hours and hours trying to learn how to do YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, bloggers, Facebook business page, and linking things in, studying SEO, seeing what happens and what changes are being made in the industry with SEO and algorithms and things like that. I don't have time for all that, because guess what? Being a real estate agent is tough. We have to know regulations. We have to know policy changes. We have to keep up to date with any new boundary changes. So there's a lot of things that we have to constantly work as an agent that try and keep up to date on new technology is really tough. So what we've done is our company actually comes in as a partner with Keller Williams. We come in as a partner, and so our partnership involves us keeping up to date on some of the new technology trends and implementing those trends into the marketing so that way you guys don't have to worry about that. So first off, let's walk through this little path here. This is everything that's actually created. Now as we go through this path, so in 24 hours, all of a sudden, I put a listing on the MLS. I get this email. Property site was created. There's a link to it. I click on it, and it shows my property site, which is like a virtual tour. But then it has also some lead generating features. And I'm going to show a sample of a property site. Now, the real estate portals, the List Hub, cut off the feed, goes to Zillow and Trillia. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, I don't know. But the most important thing is that If I do want to get stuff over there, I have to push it out there myself, because Circlepix, we can't push it out to Zillow and Twilio anymore. The tour link, we can't push the tour link to Zillow and Twilio anymore. However, Trend, we can push that tour link to Trend. You know where there's on your MLS where you put a tour link? Are you guys familiar with that? Yes. Okay. So when you guys put it on the MLS and we create the tour, we can take that tour link and push it automatically, so you don't have to go back in there and put that in there. Does that make sense? If for some reason they cut that off, or they don't allow us to, they come up with a policy that they won't allow us to now push that, you still have an unbranded and branded version of the tour link. You just take that unbranded version and just copy and paste it into that. Does that make sense? Now, does anybody use professional photography? Okay. Professional photography is great. Sometimes there's photographers that put together their own tours for you. And let's say that instead of this tour, you want your tour to show up. You can do that. There's actually, when you log in, there's going to be a section there. I'm going to show you guys, for those that want their tour to show up, you can actually go in there and there's a URL section. You put that tour link in there and it will replace ours with yours, but then also it'll put yours on all the social media and all the areas as well. So now you're leveraging that tour on everything. Does that make sense? Is that good? Okay. So YouTube videos, we create automatically. We make everything on a mobile platform, so it will work on a cell phone, iPhone, iPad. We link up with all the major social medias like Facebook, LinkedIn, Blogger, Twitter. So what we ask you to do is just set up one of these, set up these accounts. All right. As far as Twitter, 99% of brokers and agents don't know this, but Twitter just made an agreement with Google. Have you guys heard about that? That was in February. This agreement allows Twitter posts to become Google searchable if they meet within the algorithms with Google, which we have done in our Twitter posts. So you don't need to know anything about Twitter. Just set up a Twitter account. You go to twitter.com, set up an account. It's really quick and easy. And once it's set up, then we'll actually push those listings to that Twitter automatically. You don't even have to log back into Twitter again. You'll still get all the exposure and everything's going to happen, and you're going to end up hopefully with a bunch of followers that you didn't even know would happen, but it does happen. But it gets you that exposure out there. So the social media is good. QR codes, Keller Williams doesn't really use QR codes anymore. Is that right? Is that right? Yeah, I understand that. I thought I heard about something that Keller Williams hasn't been. They've been actually telling you not to use QR codes.
Have you heard anything? That?
Okay. All right. I don't know
where
I heard
they're not
that
real
from.
popular now.
What's that?
I've only heard they're not real popular.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it was. So what we did with the QR code, and I'm going to show you real quick, is that we made the QR code so that way one QR code can actually be used for the entire office. It can go on every single sign, and you never have to worry about changing that QR code. All right? I'm interested on how that works, huh? It actually uses GPS technology. So if I go over and if I go over to that sign, and I just go through and I scan that code, and it'll come up. This one's a whitered one, but you get the idea. Comes up, gives me the property, gives me all the images. If on the MLS you had put down an open house, all right, and you put in the dates, it will automatically pop up on your tour that there's an open house on this property. So if I went up to the sign and I clicked it, then now it's going to say open house on this day. Then I can say, oh wow, there's going to be an open house, next Sunday on this property. So I could go through, I could look at all the images, I've got the videos, I've got all the information, links to my social media, agent information, so I can send them I can communicate with them. I can even just tap on their phone number, just right there, and I could just call the agent right there. Or I could send it as a text message. So, easy way to communicate. Millennials are really big into the new technology like that. You know, but it's easy and simple. We have also on here, the next thing is the text code. We did the same thing to the text code, where you have one text code for the entire office, and that same text code can be used on every single sign, and it uses the GPS technology. So if I'm standing in front of the sign, and I use the QR code, I scan it, it'll bring up that property website. Or if I use that text code, it'll bring up that property website. If I take that sign, I move it to a different home, it'll bring up that property information, everything with that property. Okay? So it makes it easy. We don't have to change it. We don't have to change it.
I mean, you don't have to change it, but how does it know which side of the house?
GPS.
GPS.
And where's the GPS?
On your
On your
phone.
phone.
Oh.
No.
If I answer the phone, that's a good thing. But
Unless you have
Yeah.
a phone that
Does the
doesn't have
QR
GPS.
code provide the price that I couldn't tell when your phone, like, when you click that, did it say like the price of the house? Or just like the videos that are offered in the public blurb?
Yeah, it does show the price. Yeah.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
What happens if you have two properties next to each other? To figure out.
It will show both properties, and then you select which one. This actually makes it really nice because guess what? If you have a property that's just down the road, and I go over there and I scan that code, both the properties show, and so I can see, oh, it's this one, but oh, there's another house that's right down the road that you guys have for sale too. It's only using the ones within this office. So I'm really kind of searching within that office's listings. So if you have a listing and it's on one street, but yet down the road you have another house that's up for sale, they scan it and they see both of them. They go, oh, okay. Oh, there's two of them. There's one over down the road too. So let's go over and drive over that one. So it's a great way for them to also, because a lot of times what happens is they get online, they start doing some research, and then they drive to the property. So they get on the Zillow, and they go through, they get the mapping, or they find out where the property's at and they drive there. And when they get there, what do they see? Just the outside. But now they want to kind of see the inside of things, because now they're curious. And now this gives them the ability to be able to take a look at all the pictures, images, and all that stuff. At the same time, you as an agent get a lead. Okay, so they scan that code, or they do the texting, and you as an agent get a lead. It comes right to your phone as a text, and you can go ahead and communicate with that customer by text as well.
What's the radius? Because you said next street over, so what radius?
Yeah, it's a pretty short radius within a few blocks or so.
3 blocks, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
How often does it update? Change your price or tax?
Every 24 hours. So if you go through and you change the price, it will change the price on everything automatically.
Is that on the sign outside the house, or is it?
Yeah, you just put this on the sign on your.
And
on
so
your sign.
with the sign, because we all have signs made already, is that something that can be put on the sign we already have? Or is it something
Yeah,
that-
there's a vinyl sticker that we create, so you guys will have a vinyl sticker you just put on the sign. Okay, so kind of nice because me as an agent, I don't have to worry about changing codes or managing systems. I don't have to worry about managing QR codes. There are some other QR codes you can use that we have in there as well. One is an agent gallery, which is all of your listings that you put on your business card. And when someone scans that code, it shows all of your current listings that you have. Let's say 9-10 months down the road, they scan that same code on your business card. It's all your new updated listings. So it's keeping up to date with all your listings. So, yeah.
So when someone clicks on the virtual link, they do the text message and they view it, does the agent automatically say, this person just viewed your property, this is their phone number? Or do they actually have to say, I want more information?
Oh, yeah, it's gonna give the phone number to that customer, but it won't have the name.
Okay, right.
So you just send a text back, hey, I just to let you know I'm the new agent, I'm the agent here in the Bucks County area, have many years' experience. we'd love to show you around. Yeah.
So to clarify, that's without them doing, as soon as they scan that code, we're gonna know about it
You're gonna get notified, yeah.
with their phone.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep, and then when they do the text code, yeah, same thing, you get notified on that. So, the flyers, now, the flyers are actually templates, they're already created, so our team sits down, they just kind of work with Deb's team here, and then they create those flyers. So when you get your email that comes through, there's gonna be a PDF flyer, and you can pull that up, and you can print that out, or you can send that to your professional printing company, like they can print it out for you. So that's all done. Then also the statistics. Now, statistics are gonna give you not just views, but unique views. So every week, you're gonna get updates. So every week, you're gonna get your statistics. It's gonna show you how many people, where they came from, whether they came from your Facebook, your Twitter, your QR code, your text code. So that way you know what's working and what's not. So it's kind of interesting to kind of watch it and see, you know, what kind of areas people are coming to, and what it's tracking is how people are getting here. Okay, whether it's from your social media, Twitter, Blogger, Facebook. Once they get here, it's gonna track that information. It also tracks the information of what pictures the customer has looked at. So if the customer has gone through and looked at, let's say that in, let's see here, let's say, what's a good town around here? What town are we in? Longhorn? Okay, so let's say that somebody was here in this area, all right? And you see that out of all the listings that you have, most people are looking at the kitchen and the backyard. So now you know that whenever you sell a home in that area, you want to make sure you get real good pictures of the kitchen and the backyard, because you know a lot of people like to look at that in that particular area. And that way you can customize your marketing based on, you know, what your customer preferences are. So, these statistics can also be sent over to the office, can see what is going on with all the listings. You can take your customer's email address and put that in, and so the customer every week can get the statistics and know what you're doing with their marketing of their property. So now I can sit down with a client that I'm going to be doing a listing, and I could go through this with that client, and I can say, hey, you know, Mr. Client, this is what I'm going to do to market your home. I'm going to put it on the MLS. I'm going to create a property tour, which we're going to drive people to, and then I'm going to do all these things, and you just go through the process, and you say, and I'm also going to provide statistics for you every single week, you know, and you know, great benefit, huge results with winning those listings. But as an agent, even though I walked through and I told them all this stuff that I'm going to do, what am I really going to do as an agent? I'm going to put it on the MLS. That's it. All right. You guys like it?
Yes.
All right. Any questions so far? No? Okay, so let's really tap here into the YouTube. Now, YouTube. Does anybody have a YouTube channel themselves? You have a YouTube channel, okay? You guys, so some of you guys have a YouTube channel. So these property tours can actually be featured on your YouTube channel as well as the office's YouTube channel. If you don't have a YouTube channel, you know, it's really easy to set up a YouTube channel. Any of these guys that have a YouTube channel can probably show you how to do it. But it's real simple to set one up, and then we can actually feed your listings into that YouTube channel. So now you've got all of your listings, and all the office's listings will actually show up on that channel. And then people are being driven there, and they're going there and they're taking a look at it. Now in these,
That's a great question.
yeah,
So, if you have it appearing on the office YouTube channel and on your personal YouTube channel, when the person clicks the link on Zillow or wherever, which channel does it take them to?
oh, it doesn't go to a channel, it goes to the property site. We're going to try to drive people all to that property website, and I'll show that at the very end because it's really cool. Oh
Nice
man,
house.
look at that.
Steve.
This is great.
It's a fixer-upper.
Yeah, that's an awesome home. I like that. So just know any pictures you put on the MLS are gonna show up on a tour, and it's gonna say this beautiful home. It may be beautiful to somebody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so real quick here on the YouTube channel, what we've done is we've created all these links and stuff. So Google's algorithm is really kind of searching for this, we call it, in marketing, we call it integrated marketing communication. Right? Long term, really what it means is everything is all connected together and everything is creating this one sound orchestra, okay, that is causing, you know, when Google sees this, all these connections with your social media, with your website, and all these things that are going on, it helps in that searchability. So when people are looking to buy a home or list a home, you know, and they go online and they're looking for agents, you have higher chances of showing up. Okay. On here, you're gonna see we have all the links. This is actually to now. I'll tell you this. See what it says, Realtor Social Media? Okay, now I've been with the company for 7 months. I hardly ever see agents' social media links on there. They get set up with the Star Marketing program, the office gets all set up, and then the agents never go in there and link anything. We've now been sending an email so when you do a listing, it's gonna come to you, and there's gonna be a section that says Facebook. Click here to link. And so you click there, and now you can link your Facebook. So we've made it easier, so you don't have to log in, go into your account, and try to put it all in there. We made it a little bit easier. So, but just note, you guys want to try to get as much exposure as possible. You know, make sure you link in your social media. Biggest ones is Facebook and Twitter. Twitter because it's Google searchable when people are going online. Facebook, because everybody's on Facebook, right? All right, so this is
More than others.
some more than others, some for a lot longer than most. So, now here's the thing about on Facebook. Now this is a Facebook business page. Facebook business page. You can control this. All right, you can say, okay, I want my listing to be posted on my business page. I want it posted just once, you know, when I do the listing. Or I can say I want a listing posted every couple weeks or every 3 weeks. And so you do things like that. But some people don't want it posted all over their Facebook like that, you know. So what you could do is you just say, hey, I only want one posted on there maybe once a month. You know, so otherwise I want some good relevant content that I'm going to have going on there. At NAR, we're about to announce our automatic social media posts that are going to be going on to Facebook. So it'll look like it's coming from you, but you can go through and you can pick what kind of content you want posted on your Facebook, whether it be decorating design or home improvements, you know, or tips. You know, say things like, there will also be some that are like kooky. It would be like, you know, what would you do with the house with this huge shower? I mean, what would you do with this huge shower? Things like that will make people go, oh my gosh, that is ridiculous, and they will leave a comment. And that's what we want to do, is we want to create this engagement that we posted it, they're going, oh my gosh, that's so crazy, and they're leaving a comment, and now you're commenting back, and so it's like creating this this engagement that goes on. The reason why we use social media in real estate is really to keep people first in mind when they think of real estate, right? So we want to be the ones they think of when they think of selling their home. Now, I don't have to have all my listings here on this business page like this office has done. I could actually have all my content showing there. And over to the left-hand side, I can have, we created what's called a Facebook app, all right, that you can have, and it shows my listings. You click on that, and it'll actually go through and show all of your listings, all right? And now a customer can actually go through. A customer can actually go through and look at all your listings. This could be within the office. If you have a lot as an agent, then you can go through and set it as an agent level as well. But the customer can actually search by how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, price, things like that. And it'll organize it according to their preferences. Is that pretty cool?
Yeah.
So, relevant content posts should be coming here in the next couple months. We should be seeing that. I think NAR is in November. Okay, go to Twitter here real quick. Okay, like I said about Twitter, you know what? With Twitter, simply you set up the account, just leave it alone. We'll do the posts and stuff. You'll automatically, followers will start coming on. Because people that understand how Twitter works, they'll link in with that, so that way, whenever you do a new listing, they can get updates on any new listings that you posted. Some people may not be looking at buying a home in like a year or so they'll link in so that way they can, every time you do a listing, they're getting an update so they can see what properties are coming up available. So we automatically link in with those. Okay, so any questions on social media? Facebook, Twitter? Okay. Pinterest doesn't have an API. We create a pin in the back office. You just click pin it, and it'll pin to your Pinterest board as well. All right, so okay, this is Circlepix.com. This is how you actually log into the account. You go in, you'll click log in, and when you log into the account, probably the most important thing to take a look at is right here, where it says trainings, marketing program and trainings. Okay, so there's training classes that you can actually go into to know how to manage all the ins and outs and how to tweak things, how to change different features. You can really do quite a bit with this. And so I'm going to show you a few things that you can do that I did in a short amount of time. But these are all the classes that are running, and they run constantly. Now, if you don't see a time that works for you on any of these trainings, we do have pre-recorded trainings, so you can call our customer service line and ask about getting the pre-recorded training, and then they can help you with getting the pre-recorded training on one of these. So, so you can stay up at midnight and learn all about it. Did I see a hand over here or anything? No? We're good? Okay, so that's the most important thing, because if you really want to know how to manage everything, that's good to have. It's that training. Kind of know how to do stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go right into the property site. Now, the property site is automatically created.
From what?
What's that?
Where's it created from?
That's that very first thing that shows up there on the top there. So that's the property site. We call it a property site because we actually view it more than just a virtual tour. Because more than just showing the home, we're utilizing some things as well. So I talked about if you do the open house on the MLS, this will automatically populate. So when they get directed to here and they click on any type of links, whether it be on the Facebook, the Twitter, the Blogger, Zillow, or wherever they end up being directed to, and they land here, this will pop up, and they can simply RSVP, and they can take a look at it and go, okay, there's going to be an open house. They can RSVP to it, they could get directions. They simply close out the box there, Alright? Now, everything's created automatically, but I could go in there and I could do some really fun things. I could take video. So all I did here was I went on YouTube, and there's a share link for the Keller Williams YouTube on the YouTube video for their new branding. I could take that link, that share link, and I could put it into the ad media and add it on there. And it's quick, easy, but now it's on my property site. So when customers land on my property site, there's information about Keller Williams.
All the instructions are in there, on how to do it, classes.
And the classes will walk you through, show you how to do it all. Yep.
And if you do that, will that then be on every site? I mean, you only have to do that once, or do you have to add that?
You have to add that each
Each time, okay.
Yeah. Now, and then videos, their YouTube videos are completely shareable. You don't have to have permission to use a YouTube video. So if you go into, let's say, your city, like, Philadelphia, for example, they actually, let's see. Okay, so Pennsylvania and Philadelphia, so the city of Philadelphia, they spend tons of money to try to get people to move here to Philadelphia. And your county may have some kind of a YouTube video or something that is trying to entice people to actually move to the city. You can simply find those and then populate them in, and now I've got great engagement with using video on my property site. Is that pretty cool? Isn't that commercial great?
Yeah,
It's like
great.
really short, but it's like hits all the main spots. And it's like, just online, I just did. I think I typed in like Philadelphia tourism or something.
You're allowed to do that to get in and put it in?
You just take the share link, and then you'll just go add. I'll actually show you guys how to do it.
You should have brought cheese sticks.
It makes me hungry. So, pretty cool. So I could do things like that. Otherwise, it'll just go through the images of the property. What I've done on this particular property site is I've changed the settings so that way it shows a wider image, and so you can go in there and change the settings on how the view looks. So, and that's what I've done here, and that's in the trainings as well. It shows you how to play with that kind of stuff. Okay. Now, another thing we've got here is, so this is going to go through it. Here's the open house. It's going to give me instructions about the open house that's coming up. Automatically generated there. When I go in there and I put it on there. Here's one thing that's happening though, and we haven't figured out a way to change it. Is that if you change the date on your open house, it won't change it on the property site. So, and I've heard reports of people, getting frustrated because they get to the property site and you guys have or the agents have changed the date on the MLS, but they're getting to this tour and the date's not changed. So make a note of that. If you do change the open house, you've got to go in and change it on that tour. You only have to change it on that tour, and that's it. It will automatically do it across everything else, but that's the only thing is that open house feature that's not automatically syncing.
What do you mean by change the date? Do you mean like, okay, you accidentally put in the 19th, it's supposed to be the 20th? So
Yeah.
you pick 20
Or you
later?
decide, or something happens, you need to change that to a different day.
But what
So,
about next week, like we,
Right,
get
that's
often properties open, like once it's in there as an open house, it's always.
yeah, so this, I'm talking about like on the MLS. If you change it on the MLS, like you're gonna go in there and you're gonna change the date on the MLS. Just go in on the property site, when you log in, on the left-hand side, there's an open house. You click on that and you just change the
What
date.
if there's an open house every week, will it pick that up?
Yeah, as long as you don't change the date, yeah, it'll pick those up. If it's going in the MLS, it's gonna populate the open house.
Once it expires, it goes away, right?
Got it?
Yeah,
When it expires, it goes away.
Okay.
Yep.
Once it occurred, that date, it goes away.
Right, right. It's only if you have to change the date. If it goes in, you're fine. It'll populate and everything. It's just if you have to change it.
So if you go into the MLS and you delete that open house, instead of just changing the date, would it cause it to disappear?
I haven't checked on that.
Because that'd be a way of doing it, just deleting it and then creating a new open house with a new date.
That's a good thought. Is probably something like that. I haven't tested it. I found out about it just about a week ago, yeah. So, before we actually weren't even syncing it with the MLS. You had to go into the property site and actually put in that you're having an open house. And now we just barely started doing the syncing. So this is actually a new feature we just added on.
Are listings dropped when they're pended or settled?
There are some flags, on there that you can actually put a flag on. Now, if the house is sold, you can have it that it automatically will continue to show your stuff, but it shows as sold. So there will be a banner that comes across saying that, this property's sold. If it's under contract, there's a flag. It's not automated though. You have to go in there and just click under contract, or pending.
So nothing ever drops off unless it's expired?
If you sell the property, then everything drops off.
When you get.
Unless we have it added in there to just automatically go into sold feature. So,
So that we have to do that manually?
not the sold, but the under contract or pending, yeah. That has to be done manually. And that is in the training as well. They'll walk you through how to put those banners on. So, and it's like a little red banner that just kind of comes across the corner there. It'll say sold. Okay. Okay, now, agent information. Okay, so this is Liz Tools. She's out in Canada, actually. So she has this great little bio video and stuff that she's created. It's all professionally done. It costs her quite a bit of money to do it. We simply put it on there one time. It goes to every single one of her listings, and every time she lists a property, it will actually show up on on every single one of her listings. It's a bio of her talking about, how long she's been in business, her process of what she does when she helps a customer with the buying or selling process. You can also have customer testimonials in there. And now she spent money on that to have that done. But if I'm an agent, I don't have a whole lot of money to be spending on having some professional bio put together. What we've done is we've actually created an app. And you go to your app store. And on your app store, just type in the word Circlepix. And when you do, you see this, there's like this, you can't see it from there, all the way back there, but you guys can see it. Right? But there's an app. When I click on it, I've got these 3 different options. One is, I could click this one. It actually is the presentation. It's kind of like this, but it walks a customer through all the marketing. So if I wanted to, I could actually email that to them, and it's this professional voice that comes on and says, as your agent, type of the things that I'm going to do for marketing your property is this, and it walks through and talks about each one of these processes of the marketing that is incorporated. You can email that to a client. You could also post it onto your Facebook. Those will be created automatically. So when you have a listing, now you can actually go in there and you can change the voice from a male voice to a female voice, and all those kind of things. There is a training on that as well as using the app. You can also, when I was talking about this bio, I can actually, there's an option there for an agent bio. I click on it and I can record myself, you know, talk about how long I've been in business and, you know, how I'm a professional in this area, and that, you know, talk about some of the things that you did while you were growing up in that area and how you really know your market. When you do that, you just hit submit, and it will automatically go onto every single one of your property sites in that bio section. Another thing that it will do, it will actually connect onto the tail end of that YouTube video now. So when that YouTube video, someone clicks on it, it's going to show the property tour, and then at the very end, it's going to show your bio video. And it's going to go through and play out your bio. So, any questions on the bio, on the app? All right, so I didn't have to log into it, into the system or anything. I just simply recorded myself, submit it, and it automatically went on there. And I can view it and make sure that it's the way I want it and stuff. All right. So right here is scheduling an appointment. They can schedule an appointment with you, and that will come to your email as well as text. So, agent listings, that will show all of your listings that you have. And a customer could go through and just shop around, take a look at all your other listings and see what homes you have in that area. Send to a friend feature is pretty cool. So if you know, if I'm out and about, but my spouse is, out and about as well, because most people aren't together all day long, but they see a great property and they say, hey, I'm going to send this over to my spouse. You simply put in your name, your phone number, put in their name and their phone number and submit it, and it will go to their phone, and it's that property site. So it shows everything on there. Any of these things that are on here, like weather, things like that, or any of these tabs, if you don't like a tab, when you log into your back office, there's an option to have that tab taken off. So you can remove tabs, you can add tabs. So if I don't want weather on there, I just click hide weather. And I click on that little button that says hide weather, and now on all my property sites, the weather doesn't show up. School information is actually pulling data. It's pulling data from the NCES, and so that's happening all the time. It's based off that zip code and that address. So it's taking information for the private schools, public schools, high schools. All that stuff is featured there. Floor plan is very new. We just added this feature on. The floor plan is a way that a customer can actually go through the floor plan of the property, and they could take a look at different images of that property. If you think that's amazing, just wait till I show you this other one I've got. All right, so
Now, do they pull that from the MLS of our floor plan?
no, you guys will actually put that in yourself. So if you have a floor plan or floor plan maker or anything, you make the floor plan, save it on your computer, on your desktop as a JPEG. When you log into your account, then there's going to be an option there. Let me show you right here. When you log into that account, you just go down here. There's a create or edit a floor plan. When you click on it, it'll bring that up. And all you do is you hit, here I would just hit add a level, and I would find the floor plan on my computer, click on it, and it will auto-populate right there. And then down below are going to be the pictures, and I just move those pictures right into place.
Wow.
And then I'm all done, right? I hit save and I'm done. And now it shows up on that property. So, is that pretty easy? Yeah.
Home Depot does floor plans.
Yeah, Home Depot does do floor plans. Yep. All right. You guys ready for the really fun one? This is brand new technology. Have you guys heard of Matterport before? Anybody heard of Matterport? Yes? Who's heard of Matterport? Nobody?
Is that M-A-N-N-E-R?
Okay. This is This is gonna be really fun then. So Matterport is a brand new technology that's been featured in Forbes magazine. And, yeah, 3D modeling.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna close out of this. Okay, so, just heads up, this is not included, but if you have a high-end property, all right, that you're going up against somebody else for that listing, and let's say it's a $2-3 million house, you know, you just tell the client, I can integrate with Matterport, show them how it works, and you win that listing. I mean, it's pretty sweet.
It's like Google Street View, but for houses, right?
Yeah,
Kinda,
yeah.
I knew that.
I knew that.
I'm gonna teach the class.
Okay, so now, I could actually, here's the house. I could actually walk through the house here and look at all the different things in the house.
That's great. Wow, look at that. You dive into the pool and everything.
So,
Walk on the water.
and then let's say, you know what, I want to take a quick view of the basement. I just simply click on this floor plan right here, pulls me up, and I can look at the whole entire floor plan. So now I want to go into that living room there, and it pulls me right in there. And then I could take a look around inside the living room. I could walk around, you know, I can go up the stairs.
Man, you better have a nice house though.
Did somebody just ask how much does that cost?
Yeah, how much?
I want to say it's probably around, I want to say it's like $400 or $500.
still get the home.
You guys have,
We've integrated with Matterport, but we are actually working on duplicating the technology. So we have our engineers that are working on that. But we're trying to make it so that way it's cheaper and you know, basically the same kind of setup. So is that cool?
That's very great.
Per listing?
And then let's see here.
Yeah, for a.
So, and then everything's all linked up with my social media, my Facebook, my Twitter, my YouTube. So everything's all linked together. It's creating this web, and everything's just happening. On the actual property site itself,
Selfies.
selfies? Yep. So on the left-hand side is really where everything that I want to do is going to be here. So if I want to view the virtual tour, tour preferences, somebody over here has a professional photographer that does a tour, right? Is anybody going to want to use their tour company that they have a tour with? Anybody? No? Okay, or if you have a professional photographer, if you do want to have your tour show up, all you do is you just click on that tour preferences. This is where you can also change the viewing size. So I always change it to large viewing size, and also I change it to wide. And it looks great, especially on that Keller Williams property site. Looks really good. And then if I want to use a different virtual tour, I just click on this use an external virtual tour URL. So I take that URL of that virtual tour and I paste it in here, and then now that tour will show up instead of the Circlepix tour. Somebody have a question over here? No? When I was talking about adding on the video, you know, so if I go on YouTube, you know, and the reason why I'm going to show you this is because nobody is doing this. If you guys do this, you're going to set yourself apart, you know, big time, because I don't know anybody that's doing this right now. Is that all you do is just go over here to add media. So you just add media. So you find a YouTube video you like. On that YouTube video is going to have a share link. It will just say share, and then there's a link to it. You copy that link. Click over here, add video. Paste that link right there. And hit add, and you're done. And that's it. And it's on there. and now it shows up on that property. That's most of the stuff you'll actually really ever do. Otherwise, everything just stays all automated and just keeps on working. If there are, things that, let's say that an image doesn't look good, so it went into the MLS, and when it came back out, for some reason, there might have been some kind of a glitch or something that happened that maybe came out kind of fuzzy. You can call our customer service, they can walk you through. The training will actually show you what to do as well, but you can simply take out that picture or those pictures and put your good quality pictures right into the tour itself, and it will automatically go across all the media. So, all right. Any questions so far? Yeah.
On the tabs on the left-hand side on the website, you can add or take away, can you add your own link, your own link if you want, or
A video? Are you talking about video?
now on the property website,
Mhm.
you have links to weather that you can take on and off. Can you
Yeah.
add your own link?
No, you can't, no. There's a bunch on there, that you can add on, like if there's a preferred lender, there's a preferred lender tab, you can click on that and it will open up a preferred lender one.
Right.
So you can put in your preferred
I was
lender.
thinking like back to our own webpage or to
Oh.
an IDX.
Linking it to your own page, yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, you can have it linked to your own website. That external URL, virtual tour, you can actually put just your URL to your website there. And it will, when someone clicks on something, it will link back to your actual website itself. Yeah. But then you don't have our glorious virtual tour on there. Yeah.
You were mentioning about having a QR code that you could put on your business card that'll link to your listings.
Mm-hmm.
What about for the newer agents that don't have listings? Where will it take their QR code?
You can actually, there's a QR code creator. So on here, there's manage QR codes. You just click on there and you have all of your QR codes right here. Of your listing video, you can have it go to a listing video. You can have it go to a website. I could create a QR code, so I just put in where I want that QR code to be. So let's say the agent doesn't have listings yet, they're brand new, but maybe they have a website, that has like a bio about themselves or something. You can put that just create a QR code, put that URL that goes to their website, and then just hit create, and then you can take that QR code and put it on, and he can put it on his business card.
Can you create a code for just the office listings?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, you can create a code that shows all the office's listings. You do that.
So if you made a business card and you have a QR code, you're not gonna create a new business card for this new code. So if you had listings, that's great, but now if you don't have listings, where is that gonna land you? You can change it in the back office, you're not gonna change the QR code, you're not gonna stop using that business card. Because you said 10 months from now, someone could scan that QR code and it's gonna take them to the updated.
So if they're a brand new agent, you might want to just put like the office's listings, like use the QR code for the office's listings.
So you
Use
can't
something.
change where that QR code will land once it's on there?
Yeah, once it's on there, it's gonna go where it was originally designed to go to. So
In other words, you can't redirect a QR code.
you can't
Once it's
redirect
created,
it.
it's.
Yeah.
So where's it gonna go? If I have a listing today and that QR code is gonna go there, tomorrow when I don't, where's that gonna go?
It's gonna go to wherever it was set up to go to. So if that QR code was set up to go to a
If I
website,
don't have current,
Yeah, I mean,
is it gonna show?
I can do that.
Will it show your updated website?
it's gonna show an agent gallery, it'll have your picture, and it won't show any listings.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
But it will update as you get listings?
Yeah.
Like if it goes to your website, everything will update?
yeah, it'll update, put listings on there as you go.
Want to know about my listing?
Are you associated with a photographer?
Yeah, we have professional photography, we have the large professional photography network in the US, so we do have professional photography.
Okay, so
And you would just call customer service, and they can help you out with professional photography. Any other questions?
There's riders here that I see for the text messages. Are those extra if we ordered them for our listings? There's like a little thing in the brochure.
Yeah, yeah, if you order the sign riders, it's extra for those sign riders.
Where do you go to order them?
You go on our website, just circlepix.com, and then up at the top, there's the option for like the marketing, and you can look at how much it costs for the different marketing material and stuff. Otherwise, that phone number, that code, it doesn't matter what sign that goes on. So if the code is, let's say like that universal one that I was telling you about that uses GPS and everything. Let's say it says like text bucks, text bucks to 5555. So now every single sign has text bucks to 5555. So if I put in bucks and I text it to 5555, it's gonna give me a link to that. It's gonna show me a landing page. It's gonna show me use my GPS and it will show me the properties within that vicinity.
And
Now,
then that will capture that buyer right then.
mm-hmm,
Okay.
yep. Now, if I want that sign writer that says that, you can order them from us, or you just put that bucks 555 on anything else. So you could, if you have a sign company that makes your sign, then you can have them make those signs and just put that code on it.
How do you get the you said there was something to put on your signs with the QR code that would be GPS?
It's a vinyl.
Where is that? Where do you get that?
You just order it. It's in our it's on our website as well that you can order those.
So this is a free service to us, but obviously you're gonna need to make some money. So what are those specific services that add cost to us?
Everything I've gone through is all included. So those codes, you put the code on yourself, but if you want us to make any material that we're going to ship to you, then that's going to be a cost. But if, as far as like anything that's done digitally and stuff like the flyers and everything, that doesn't cost us anything. But if you want us to print out those flyers for you and you send it over to us, we print them out and then we mail them to you, then there's going to be a cost associated. Yeah.
So we just go to Circlepix and create an account?
Well, your guys' accounts are already created.
Oh, they are?
So how do you sign
Yeah, see,
in?
I'm on the home page and I don't know how to
Looking at
fix
this.
How I swear.
I think it's your email address and then 1, 2, 3, 4.
The password's just.
And then you can change it.
And you change the password. It's either 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Which email address?
Right, I had two different.
The one that you have on record at the office?
One that shows.
One in the
Okay, they're not set up yet?
Oh, they're not set up yet.
Okay.
Oh.
What was that here?
Our office needs to come up with a text phone number, not every individual agent. So it'll be the office text number that you're gonna be putting on your sign, not, now I'm not gonna make up my own text number. The office is gonna have their text number. Same thing with the Q card code, it will be the office Q card that you're sticking up. We're not making up our own for thing. So we have to wait till the office tells us what that number is, or we can stick it on our signs. No matter how we order the number, if it's from you, from some other company, we put it on by magic marker, we have to wait till the office tells us.
Well, but the QR code is GPS generated, so it doesn't already exist, that QR code, right?
He's talking about
It
the
will.
text number.
The text.
The
Oh,
text
okay.
code. Yeah,
Not everybody.
because I don't know what
QR technology.
that's gonna be. Did Callie talk to you about that?
She hasn't gotten back to me just yet.
Okay,
So I'm
okay,
just waiting
so-
for her to say that she finished on
So
her
it
end.
goes to
Yeah.
the office now.
And that's a brand new one we just came out with.
GPS wise.
Yeah, has anybody ever used those code things before?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. We have some good feedback that just, with a lot of offices, one of the Keller Williams offices told us that in 1 month they had generated close to 38 leads that had come off of that, that they had quite a few, they ended up turning into quite a few buyers. So just that one property, they had listed ended up turning into a bunch of business for them.
Is there any other text feature for like flyers and stuff? Because obviously that GPS, could use that, couldn't put that on the flyer, because they wouldn't use that anymore. So is there a separate text we can set up? Like a text function that's not GPS enabled, it's tied to the property?
Not on the text, but we set it up for the office, it's a full-on universal. But if they're within that, I mean, I could take a look and see what we could do.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah.
So don't put it on a flyer.
Yeah.
It's GPS, so you want it on the side.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Question back here?
If we have a universal QR code or text code, how do you get the lead then?
So it's actually taking it from that phone, it's like almost like a caller ID. So it's taking it from that phone, and it will come to you as a text message. So you'll get a text message and also an email.
But how
So
does
it will
know
come
who's
to the
that?
listing agent.
It will come to the listing agent.
Oh, I went to the listing agent.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. Any other questions?
How do you go through if they're on a do not call list and that gives you authority if they click on that, right?
Yeah.
To call them?
Yeah, so when they're actually submitting an authorization when they're doing that, yeah. So, same with on the property side, they actually have to initiate something in order to, be on that.
So if Gail's client clicks on my sign, I'm gonna be notified with her client's information.
Mhm.
So when we get back to them, we better say, are you already working with an agent?
Yeah, and most people do that already,
Wow.
as they ask if they're actually working with an agent. So if they're buying property, it'd be something you'd wanna ask if they're already working with an agent or, and then, and then you can start with them. What's that? Yeah, it is.
Tell me I need iOS 8. Same to do.
What's that?
It says I have to update in order to get this.
Oh.
iOS 8.
Oh, really?
8 update, you could then.
Oh, yeah. Huh. Yeah.
I'm on Android, I noticed there was only one app, what were the other two?
It was just the one app.
Oh, there was only?
Yeah, all those are in that one app.
Okay, got it.
So,
Yeah.
one last feature just to mention, since you brought that up and brought up about that app, that there is one where you can actually record in the as the property. So you go to your listing, you'll click on that listing, and you can record yourself walking through the home and showing different features of that property and talking about, other things that, maybe a customer, doesn't want to read this whole line of information about that property, but you could actually walk through the home and show different features and everything. Just hit send or submit, and it'll go to that property tour. So it'll show the pictures, images, and it'll show your video of you walking through that property, showing the different features. So you can do that as well. Any other questions? Okay.
I got one.
Yeah.
Any plans down the road doing anything on the open house end, for capturing people digitally instead of signing sheets? You guys get into that at all?
Do
As
what?
far as signing in on an iPad, capturing and sending them some information directly from the website.
Have them click on the QR code.
Are you talking about the lead that you capture? Or?
Well, when you're running an actual open house, so instead of having them sign in on a piece of paper,
Oh.
sign in on an iPad, and you can push some of that information directly to their email.
Yeah.
It's just, no, I know you don't do it now.
Yeah, we haven't had any
Pull down the road.
any focus on that at all. Everything right now, we've been really pushing on the new social media postings.
Okay.
So new content postings we've been working on. Any other questions? Think we're good?
So,
All right.
Jillian, when are we gonna be able to do this?
I
This
think,
afternoon.
I'm hoping soon. I'm just waiting back from Callie from Circlepix to get back to me to say she finished it up. So
So,
And so that, oh, sorry, who's gonna determine like what email addresses are put in for us?
I
MLS.
think,
Said the one
The
from the
MLS.
MLS.
I think what's gonna be what you have in trend.
Okay.
Oh, cool. I log
That's
in
what I
right now.
think. She didn't tell me that, but if I could guess,
yeah, that's
that would be my guess. Oh,
I asked.
I'm not.
Okay, so whatever your email address is for
Thank you.
Well, thank you, guys.
Thanks for the info.